Hi Virgo, this is going to be your ex-partner reading and your singles reading combined, okay? This over here is the ex-partner spread, this is the single spread. Also this month, I'm doing it slightly different. The cards are facing down and I'm going to turn them over one by one as we work through the reading. I don't shuffle on camera purely for two reasons. One, because it does take longer and the upload time is crazy. Because I'm doing these combined readings today, they are going over the 20-minute time bracket, and it's taking nearly 2 hours for one video to upload. So that's half the reason why I never shuffle on camera. But also the other reason is where I position my camera, I don't have the arm space, that maneuverability there to be able to do it without knocking the camera down. I do need to invest in a tripod, and that's something I'm going to do in the near future. But for these readings, I did decide to lay the cards face down. So consequently, when we get to the outcome, I'm not going to be clarifying, okay? As I said, I don't want to have the hassle of trying to pause the reading so I can move the camera to shuffle. So for these readings, there's going to be no clarifying at the end. But with the general readings, I'm going to have the cards face up, and I am going to clarify if I feel the need to before I start to record. But I just wanted to do these slightly different. Thank you also for everybody that's left a positive message and a good luck message in regards to me doing my reflexology course. I really appreciate that, and due to that and also working full-time, that's why I've kind of had to change and reduce the amount of readings I'm doing each month. It'll only be hopefully until I've completed the course, however long that's going to take, and then maybe we'll be able to get back to normal. But some of you may prefer the reading to be done like this. And what I've kind of discovered this morning with the other signs I've already done is that the ex-partner and the single readings are kind of either flowing into one another, or I'm getting repeating cards coming up. It may be different for you and the other signs I'm still yet to do, but I have found that very much with the readings I've already done. Now, I've also pulled a romance oracle card for both readings, okay? So the ex-partner over here is still the same. You're on this side, ex-partner here. But remember, it can always go vice versa with the energies and the messages. Over here for the singles, these three cards will be for you, Virgo, and these three cards are going to be about the potential energies that can come through in this month of April. So, the card you've got up here for the ex-partner is the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups can be a card about choices and about making that right choice, okay? Because the Seven of Cups can be connected to illusions and fantasies. You know, either you getting caught up in fantasizing and illusions about how something could be, or, you know, offers coming through for you that and some of those offers may have fantasy and illusions attached from the other person. So it's always an energy for me about needing to deal with the facts and make sure that you double check and you look right through to the offer that's being made to you here, okay? Because you want to deal with the reality here, and as I said, not illusions. On your ex-partner's side, we have the Fool card. And the Fool card is about taking that leap of faith and hoping that everything's going to work out, but being prepared to take that chance, take that risk and see where it leads. So you know, the kind of feeling I'm getting is, for some of you, Virgo, it could be that your ex-partner is prepared to take this leap of faith with you. You know, that may be making an offer to you about starting over again. But you may be needing to check and make sure here that, like I said, you know exactly what's being offered here. And there's no fantasizing and no illusions attached to this. The next card for you is the Five of Pentacles. Now, this is in your feelings section. And the thing with the Five of Pentacles, it can be that card of feeling left out in the cold. And in the position it's in, it may be something that you've felt for the fact that this relationship has obviously broken down. You know, you're not together at the moment. So it may be some of that feeling is still there for you from being left out in the cold when this relationship came to an end. The thing with the Five of Pentacles, though, is it's not always the reality here. The feeling of being left out in the cold can sometimes be a fear and not the reality. So it may be something that you're fearing, that if you go back to your ex-partner, it could end up with you being back to being left out in the cold again. It may be a warning here for some of you that, like I said, if you allow yourself to get too caught up in fantasy and illusions, that maybe, you know, this could come about where you are left out in the cold. On your ex-partner's side, we have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor has been turning up a lot today in these readings. And the Emperor is about being in control. On a bad day, he is controlling. He is domineering. It can be about somebody that may be older than you. The Emperor, he likes to be in charge. He rules his empire. He's the head of the house. So, you know, it could be touching on some of the qualities there that are, you know, or some of the energies that are there within your ex-partner. It may be that your ex-partner sees you in this way, you know, that they see you as wanting to be in charge and wanting to take control. It may be that your ex-partner needs to take control in this situation. You know, they're wanting to take this leap of faith. They're gonna have to take control here and initiate some form of communication that could lead to a reconciliation. Moving down, on your side, you have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is, you know, a decision, a choice here. Juggling with this, you know, do you stay? Do you, you know, stay on your own? Do you go back to your ex-partner? You know, there is water in this Two of Pentacles. So there is emotions attached to this. The water's not too choppy. In the Rider-Waite Two of Pentacles, the water is very choppy in the background, you know. But here the waters look quite calm and quite still, suggesting that, you know, there is emotions attached to your decision, but your emotions may not be out of control here. But nonetheless, there's a choice, a decision here that I feel you need to make. The card they have is the Two of Swords. And again, this is a card about a choice and a decision. But with the Two of Swords, it can, you know, that blindfolds on, okay? And in this Two of Swords as well, we've got the Moon card there. So, you know, talking about things that are hidden and things that we're not seeing. But in the Two of Swords, the reason we're not seeing these things or things are hidden from us is because we've got the blindfold on and we don't want to see the reality of something. You know, the Two of Swords can sometimes be that energy of being between a rock and a hard place. You know, that kind of choice where neither choice feels very positive. You know, if I go back to my ex-partner, am I going back to issues and problems that we had? If I stay on my own, you know, again, that's not really going to make me happy. Also, sometimes with the Two of Swords, what can be attached to it is that other people are giving advice. And you're kind of in the middle here, needing to make a decision. But, you know, it could be like your ex-partner is wanting to come back to you, but their friends or their family are trying to talk them out of it and saying it's not a good idea. Look how things worked out in the past. You know, it can be that type of feeling that can be suggestive of external interference. But nonetheless, your both outcome here is with both of you needing to make a choice here. Now, your romance oracle card is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And you know, and maybe that is what's needed here. No more fantasizing, no more illusions. Taking that leap of faith. Dealing with reality, dealing with facts, not getting caught up in fears of being left out in the cold. Maybe ex-partner needing to take control or needing to lessen the control. Both of you making a decision to work on this relationship and give the relationship another chance. Okay, so moving on now to singles. As I said, these three cards, Virgo, are for you, and these are potential energies that may be coming through in April. So, the first card you've got is the Fool card. And, you know, it has not ceased to amaze me how I've either had repeating cards or very similar messages here. So on your ex-partner's side, they've got the Fool card. You as a single person, you've got the Fool card. Again, suggesting a leap of faith may be needed here. The Fool, as I said, doesn't know how things are going to work out. He doesn't necessarily know what he's going to find on his journey. But he's taking that leap of faith in the hope that everything is going to work out. The card over here is the Five of Cups. And this Five of Cups, this is energy coming in, okay? So it may very well be here to suggest that if you don't take a leap of faith, you could end up regretting it. Because the Five of Cups, as well as focusing on something that's lost, something that, you know, that affects us emotionally, it can be a card that talks about regret, remorse. Maybe for some of you, if you don't, as I said, take this leap of faith with somebody, be it a potentially new partner or you singles, some of you singles going back to your ex-partner, maybe it could lead to this Five of Cups. There's two cups still standing here, which is suggestive of you and somebody else. So either you and somebody new, or you may be reconciling with your ex-partner. The next card we have is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a card about, you know, having that blindfold on and keeping yourself trapped in this situation. You know, the swords are not preventing you from making any movements. The swords, you know, are your thoughts here, and it's the way you're perceiving something. If you take the blindfold off and you take you take these bounds off of you, you know, these bandages. Sorry, I can't find the right words I'm looking for. It's about, the thing with the Eight of Swords is as well, is it's about keeping yourself in a situation, and it's being trapped with fear, you know, being fearful of taking the blindfold off because you don't know what you're going to see. You know, are you, Virgo, keeping yourself single because you're afraid to get involved with somebody new? Or some of you're afraid to return to your ex-partner. You know, this card talks about holding yourself back, but it's only you. It's like a mental imprisonment here, but it's only you that's doing that to yourself. The card over here is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles can talk about somebody that is single, yes. But the Nine of Pentacles can talk about you creating your world, your life in the way that you want it, in the way that's going to make you happy, okay? This lady in this card, you know, she has her vineyard, she has her money, she has her home. You know, she's at peace within herself and her environment. But it's about you deciding what's going to make you happy and creating your own garden, not literally, but, you know, creating your own garden to the way that's going to bring you some happiness here. Then down here we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is the card of communication. Quick communication coming through. Communication coming through that is unexpected, okay? Either we didn't expect to hear from somebody, or it comes from an unexpected source. The other card we've got is the Hermit. Now, this is your card, Virgo. And the Hermit is the card about soul searching, needing to go within ourselves to reflect on things, how we're feeling about someone, how, you know, what it is that we want here. Maybe the Nine of Pentacles is this card that is talking about how you have been single for some time and you've created this kind of environment that you're maybe quite at peace within that environment, and you're fearful to come out of this environment of being single. To the Five of Cups up here, as I said, suggestive, the Two Cups behind you and somebody else, either somebody new or your ex-partner. Unexpected communication coming through that may result in you needing to do some soul searching. Your Romance Oracle card is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. You know, I feel that for you, these two readings are definitely connected. I don't think we're talking about single Virgos here who are potentially, that have been, you know, single for a long time and are potentially looking for somebody else. And if that is you, then I'm sorry, but I don't think this spread is for you, okay? I think this whole singles reading is very much connected to the ex-partner reading. And it may very well be that the separation card there is talking about the period of time that you and your ex-partner have already been apart. And it may be now that both of you need to take this leap of faith here. Okay, Virgo, that does conclude this reading. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. If you want to leave a comment, that would be great. You know, I always try to reply to everybody, or I press the little heart button to show my appreciation for you taking the time to leave a comment. I don't know if you're going to like the way I've done this spread today. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But it's the only way I can find the time to still do an ex-partner reading and a single reading, as well as the general readings. So, but I do really feel that these two spreads are talking about you and an ex-partner more than you and somebody new coming through. Okay, Virgo, thank you so much and take care. Bye.